What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay, and I'm back with a quick review of the Blue Bold N4. I'm gonna just come out and say it. This phone's probably the GOAT of $300 phones. Why? This phone has everything minus two things. I guess I'll go with the bat first. The two things that this phone is missing is an IP rating, which most budget phones don't give you IP ratings in the first place, but Motorola raised the bar once they started doing IP ratings on their budget phones. And by budget, I mean like you can buy a phone in a prepaid package, like at Walmart for $100, $200. I think the Motorola G Power has an IP rating. Once they started doing that, the bar has been raised. So other than Motorola, though, nobody else is doing it for their budget phones. So it's missing the IP rating, I would say, and wireless charging, which is super subjective because most people either love or hate wireless charging. So that's just that. Other than those two things, this phone has everything. Most budget phones you can't even really game on. This one you can. It has the MediaTek Dimensity 7300X, which is like I would say more top of the line as far as like mid tier. What was I saying? Mid tier chips go. Sorry. It would be toward top of the line, I would say, of the mid tier. It's not as good as a Snapdragon 8 insert generation, but as far as the mid ones go, this one is toward the top. The screen is amazing, super beautiful AMOLED screen. Like I said, the chip is pretty fast. This phone is like, I'm just blown away at how good the screen looks, how fast it is. You get 512 gigabytes of storage on this phone, which is insane. Like, what budget phone comes with 512 gigs like out of the box? They don't even have it as an option, honestly. So most budget phones are like 128, and if you probably can bump up to 256. But this phone is amazing, man. I like the build quality is like I'm honestly like so blown away by the build quality. Like this white is beautiful. The the sides are not plastic like most budget phones are doing plastic. So I don't know, man. Like as far as budget phones go, like this phone is like top of the food chain. Like you can't even buy a phone of this quality, honestly. And I test out a lot of phones. Like you can't get a phone of this quality for under $500. Like as far as like new phones go, you can buy old flagships for way cheaper. But as far as like new phones go, there's nothing that comes close to the build quality and everything of this phone. And like the box says, you can get up to 32 gigabytes of RAM, which is insane. Like I get it. Like most people don't believe in like the virtual RAM, like that it works but just to have it as an option, I think it's pretty nice. But yeah, so that was just my quick review of the Blue Bold N4. I know that like a lot of people don't really like blue phones because they have a track record of not updating their devices, which is a pretty big deal, especially like, if you spend more than $300, so 300, $400, you at least want to get one or two updates. Like I know they're not going to do the 7 like Samsung and Google, but you at least want one or two. So if you want updates, I would still stick with Motorola as far as budget phones go, because Blue definitely doesn't have a trustworthy track record of updating their phones. One more thing before I go, I wanted to talk about, which everybody is always skeptical on budget phones, is the cameras. The cameras on this phone is amazing. And by amazing, I'm saying amazing for the price. Like the 50 megapixel camera takes really good pictures at this price point. I would say better than a lot of phones that keep that same megapixel count. So as far as like pictures go, like a lot of budget phones are like really skimpy with the cameras. I don't know what sensor it is. I don't, you know, I'm not a big like photography person. I just know that it takes really good pictures for, especially for the price. Like it can rival any $500 phone that you could buy. But yeah, that's it, man. I just want to do a quick review of the Blue Bold M4. I know that there's a lot of reviews out there, so I know that mine isn't the most detailed, but I just wanted to give my quick thoughts on it because I'm getting back into making videos. I took a couple years break off of YouTube, even though I've been on YouTube for like 15 years. So if you want to see more stuff, just like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later, man.